What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Prison Life with Dustin Sloan, and I am Dustin Sloan. Unfortunately, I guess you could say. So how y'all motherfuckers been? It's been about a month since I did a video. I just been working a lot, going through a lot of bullshit, you know how it goes. But just enjoying the beautiful day here in the Bronx on East Tremont. Yeah, so what I wanted to talk about is some of my experiences in Rikers Island with a few different people. I had a roommate. He was a kingpin, you know, one of those, you know, ballin', you know, type of guy, you know, that if you had a Porsche, he had 2 Lamborghinis and a Porsche, you know, that type, you know, and, you know, didn't have shit in his commissary, didn't have shit in his, you know, clothes, didn't have any watches, any jewelry, and no radio, no nothing somebody that of any status had. But we were in a reception type area in the projects, so, you know, sometimes it takes time to gather these things. But usually when you're a kingpin, you get that shit slid to you immediately. Like, you'll hustle that in the fucking bullpens, you know what I mean? Because you're going to come in with money, you know? If you got all that money, you're going to come in with money or something to trade, drugs, something, you know, tobacco, something, you know? And right there in the bullpens is where all the shit comes through. So everyone that works down in an intake always carries mad fucking shit on them. Mad ramens, mad coffee, mad cakes, mad Pop-Tarts, because that's the shit people will trade for. People will give you a fucking bag of dope for a Pop-Tart when they've been in the bullpen for 3 days, you know what I mean? And they can get hot water, and they can light cigarettes for you. So even to give someone a cup of coffee, you could get something that usually would cost $20, $30. You know, a bag of dope goes for $50. A New York bag of dope goes for $50 in Rikers Island. I don't care what anyone says to you. They could say that they get it for, you're not. You know what I mean? I've seen it go up to $80, you know? And I've sold drugs the whole time I was in Rikers Island. From Suboxone in the mail to just always. So back to this guy. We're in the bullpens. He's a kingpin. You know, doesn't have shit in the bullpens, doesn't have anything like that. So we get to the projects, and this guy, I had some shit on me, so I got a couple things. So this guy's telling me, oh, I'm going to have, you know, thousands of dollars on my books. I got you. I'm going to look out for you. And I told him, no. You know, I'll give you a couple things just to look out man to man, you know, because I know you're starving. So I gave him like a Pop-Tart, and half a Pop-Tart, like 1 Pop-Tart, you know, and that's a lot, you know, for someone you don't even know, you know. And so we're in the projects, and, you know, we get moved to the light side, 19 upper, and we get put in cells across from one another. And this motherfucker keeps going on about how, you know, he's got all this money, he's a kingpin, he's got dope coming in, he's got a VI coming this week, he's got his money hitting his books, he's gonna have thousands of dollars. So there's people there that will, all right, we're in the same dorm, you wanna borrow it? Borrow it. So this guy goes ahead and borrows 2 strips of Suboxone, which is $80 a piece. Plus he got it on the loan, so that's $100 a piece. So now he owes $200 in that. And then he borrowed $20 in commissary. So that's $220. You know what I mean? Then he's borrowing phone calls from people. How the fuck you need to borrow a phone call if your account's full of money? Oh, I went over my time. Motherfucker, I ain't never seen you on the phone unless you were asking somebody for a phone call, you know? So I'm seeing this shit miles away because I was with him and, you know, intake and in the projects. And he's telling people in intake he had all the dope, he had everything, he had all this shit in the projects, which he didn't have anything. He got a Pop-Tart for me, and that's the only thing he fucking ate. The rest of the time he's starving. You know? So, this motherfucker gets approached by the Latin Kings that run the dorm. Their little homie is the one that loaned it to him. He isn't in the gang yet, but he I guess what you call a prospect, that they're looking, you know, he's becoming one, you know? So they let him know, you know, tomorrow's commo, here's the list, you know, so you can only go $110 in Rikers Island a month. So they're like, yo, homeboy, how you plan on paying this dude $220 in commissary when you can only go $110, you know? Because he didn't know that the Latin King the kid that he was dealing with was a Latin King associate, and that the person he got the strips from was an actual Latin King in the dorm. So they all know what he owes. So when it comes to them getting together and seeing who owes who, you know, like they'll get together and they'll say, all right, who owes us? And they'll go to them before combo, and they realize they both had loaned this guy all this shit. So now they go to him, you know, like, how are you going to pay for all this? So, oh, I'll put money on the books for this guy. All right, you got until the end of today. This dude doesn't even go to commissary. So you can imagine what happens next. He's asked me, he comes across to me and says, yo, could you tell them I'm really sick and that I'm throwing up blood and that I need to go to the doctor? I said, dude, I ain't doing that shit for you, homie. You're trying to check out, and you can't check out in Rikers Island. There's no way out. You know, you ain't going to press a button and saying I'm in danger and they're going to get you. They're going to go, okay, you're in danger. Let me open your cell for the people that are going to kill your ass. Like, I don't know where this guy thought this was going to happen from. So, as I'm standing in his cell, 3 dudes come pushing past me, man, and they start beating this dude with this towel they had rolled up into some shit, I don't know, and it was like wet, and they were beating this dude. I mean, he was so fucking, when they were done with this dude, bro, and he was a light-skinned black brother, and I mean, this dude was so covered in fucking welts and bruises, bro. It was so unfucking real, bro. And you know what they told him after that? They said, bro, you got 1 fucking week to pay us. And if you move, we're going to send a missile at you anywhere you go. And that's a guaranteed fact. If you're in C95, anywhere you go, there will be Latin Kings. Anywhere you walk in the hallway, there will be Latin Kings. You are not getting away from it. So my one take from this is, you're never the kingpin in jail if you talk about it. Second off, don't ever borrow shit. And third off, if you do borrow shit, don't borrow it from the same gang, because they're going to know you both owe. And then third off, don't ever try to fucking check out by saying you're sick. If you're in that much fucking danger, bro, and you fucked up that bad, you go to these people and you tell them, listen, I fucked up, I'm gonna pay you, I'll give you this for now, or I could get this, or I can get that, or you need to start calling home to mama, you know what I mean? So, this guy stays in the dorm. Now, he can't come up with the money again. So you know what happens to him? He becomes what they call a maytag, which means, you know, maytag, like washer and dryer. So you can imagine, he's doing their dishes, he's doing their laundry, I mean, underwear, socks, the whole fucking 9, you know, and there's no hot water in the light side and C95. So this motherfucker's in that cold ass shower washing these people's fucking underwear, you know, day in, day out. I mean, they told everyone in the dorm, yo, bring your laundry. I mean, they did this dude day and night, had him working, had him cleaning the back. They told house gang, take a break, had this guy doing everything. He was a fucking slave, you know what I mean? And they would randomly smack him around, spit on him, make fun of him. They would steal his 2 free phone calls he got a week. You know, he just got bitched. They would take trays from him anytime they wanted to, you know, so he was constantly starving, you know, and he did it all to himself over nothing, dude. Like, if you knew that you couldn't come up with it, why would you borrow that much? Like, bro, 1 strip, like, couldn't you borrow a quarter of one and then, you know, 15, 20 bucks in debt, you know? Nah, or you could have sliced them up and sold them and made the money back and paid them. So you could have kept a quarter and sold them. But nah, he had to be the boss man, and he had to, you know, run the jail and all that shit. So this is the same scenario. I don't know if you guys ever heard me tell a story. I told it on another channel about the booty bandit that fucked with me, was his cellmate. So that's how I got involved with this goddamn booty bandit, was from this guy, because I was talking to this guy in his cell when he got beat up and stuff, and I tried to help him after he was beat up, you know. And this guy starts talking to me about drugs and selling drugs, because he knew that I was doing the Suboxone and selling Suboxone, you know, for the Latin Kings in the dorm. And I told him I was selling it for Latin Kings in the dorm, but I was the one actually getting it. So the Suboxone that I was getting is the Suboxone that went to this guy that didn't pay for it, you know what I mean? But I just sold it to them. I had nothing to do with anything after that. I was selling it to them for 40 bucks. They were selling it for 80, you know. Sometimes I give it to them for 30 if they bought more, you know. I had no problems with them. They were straight up business with me, no problem. And so this booty bandit, you know, I didn't know at the time, thought he was all right. You know, we're, you know, working together, you know, everything's going fine. We're even eating together, we're working out together, everything's going good. And then, you know, one day, this motherfucker starts walking back and forth past my cell, just past my cell. Like, he would fucking walk 2 paces back, past my cell, 2 paces back across, 2 paces back. And so I stick my out to say, what's up, bro? You all right? Nah, I ain't all right. I'm like, yo, what the fuck's going on? He's like, you know what's going on? I said, nah, I don't. Would you like to come in here and explain it to me, homie? Nah, you know what I want. You know what I want. And I'm looking around now, everybody's starting to watch. I'm like, oh, this is bad. I'm gonna have to do something to this dude. So I said, just come in the cell, bro. We'll handle it. You know, he's like, nah, you know what I want. You know what I want. And I'm telling this dude, yo, come in the fucking cell and we'll deal with it, bro. Yo, I've treated you with nothing respect. I paid you everything I said I would. And, bro, he was selling for me. So how the fuck I owe you, you know? Or how the fuck could you be mad at me, you know? And then he finally says, you know what I want? I go, one more time. No, I fucking don't. I want that ass, white boy. And now he starts talking this white boy shit. So that's when I just popped the bottle, attacked this dude. Yo, he was beating me up, man. I bit this motherfucker. I kicked him in the dick. I ended up getting him in a rear naked choke. Choked this motherfucker until he passed out. Kicked him in the face a bunch of times. Stomped on his head a couple times. And that was about it for him. And he got embarrassed, you know? Even though he got the better of me, he's still, you know... That's the wrong for you. But yeah, he fucking got the better of me, but at the end I choked his ass out and stomped his fucking head in, you know? But I'm just glad I didn't run into him again because he'd have kicked the shit out of me, you know? But that just all shows you why you don't deal with drugs in jail and you don't deal with anybody. Because if I wasn't selling stocks and I wasn't dealing with anybody, I would have never met that booty bandit. I would have never gotten him in my circle. I never would have got put in that situation. Because, you know, I could have been killed. Something bad could happen to me. You know, this guy was known to carry knives. You know what I mean? And I had a micro banger on me too. I don't know if you guys ever seen the episode where I showed it off. I make little micro bangers like this that'll fuck your whole life up. You know, that don't go off of metal detectors, that I could hide anytime. You know, and that's just the way it is in prison. You know, especially if you're white and you're pumping drugs and shit like that. People always looking to take advantage of you, man. So, you guys have a good fucking day. I love you, dudes. Hey, please like and subscribe. I'm trying to get this channel going for once. Now I'm actually going to start pushing. So, fucking subscribe, you dicks. Because I looked at my shit, like 90% of you motherfuckers aren't subscribed. What the fuck? Help a brother out. Even if I don't agree with everything on someone's channel, if I watch a video of yours and I like it, I fucking subscribe. What does it hurt, bro? Fuck. Help a brother out. Peace.